Good morning, good evening, good afternoon and good night, wherever you may be. Stamp collecting is fun and we're going to have a look at some stamps today, but also a set of covers which they appear on. And all these covers are sent to one family or members of that family from various people. It tells a little story, nothing too exciting, but of interest nonetheless. So when you pick up, say, a handful of covers, now this person is obviously, as we shall see, a stamp collector, and most of these are for her collection, but they do give a story, they give a pattern, they give a journey, travelling, a life well lived. Okay, so we're talking about somebody called Mamselle Andree of 66 Molenstraat, Kontich, in Antwerp in Belgium. And the first thing we see is the year 1948, the Olympic Games. She wanted an example of these. Always turn them over. Always turn them over and always have a little look in. I've had a look in those which are open. Most are unopened, strangely, so there's a bit of card in just to give it a bit of support. Again, we see the Antwerpen reception here in 1948. So she has received this card and it's been posted by airmail. It costs a little bit more than surface mail, so that's the first one. Turn that over. There's another one here. Again, the airmail is there. And we turn over and the Antwerpen is also there. Here we see the 30th of the 7th. So actually the same day. We then go to this, which is a browner envelope. Well, I would suggest that it's the same person writing that one, and yet a different person writing that one. So she's got two helpers who are sending her stuff. And we've got a registered mail sort of number here from Lincoln. Also the airmail is there. It's been opened underneath. There's nothing in there. You turn over and it's been sort of crossed off, which is another way of, showing that it's been delivered. Airmail, again, very nice. We now fast forward to 1950, the International Stamp Exhibition. Again, we've got Miss A. Apers, same address. Penny red, twopenny orange, and this Georgian dragon type slogan, which is advertising the London International Stamp Exhibition of May the 5th to May the 13th. This is May the 9th. We turn over and there's a little card inside. We won't get it out because time is limited. And also the receptacle for Antwerpen. Next up, we've got the 1951 Festival of Britain. Julia Britain. And again, Lincoln is mentioned here. We saw Lincoln here in this previous one. So there may be some connection to Lincoln with this lady. I suggest that this lady's been over to Britain and got some friends, and they may be pen pals, they may be known to her, and they have all buddied up in order to send over the stamps of which she is a great collector of. And also you look at the back first day cover, and again the cancel there. Antwerp cancel on the back, which says it's been received. Here we have Madame Andree Apers, again Lincoln, cancel 1951. Writing's a little bit more neater than this, for example. So is it the same person? Is it a different person? It is a different person, but it is Lincoln based. Next up, we have to go back in time. Time travelling is the thing about stamps. We have to go back because I messed up the order, but 1950, Surrey, Guildford in Surrey. So again, somebody is sending to Miss Apers, Miss, you will notice. Here we are. And we're still with the King. This has got card or something in it to keep it nice and sturdy. It has been unopened. Very nice. Miss Apers. Here we've got the king again. I'm not quite sure of the date, but Guildford, I would suggest in Surrey again, is where this has come from. Airmail, turn it over, and the Antwerp receptacle stamp cancellation has gone. Now here we have quite a nice, interesting one, and again we're probably going back in time again, so 1949. Again, I've messed up a little bit. Guildford is again featured here, so October 1949. Guildford in Surrey. These are fantastic, aren't they? And Kontich again, nicely typed out. You know, someone has loaded up the stamps for her. £6, a shilling. You know, these aren't cheap back in those days. And you know, you pay a little bit more maybe for the Universal Postal Union envelope official. You turn over, and it's from somebody called R.A. Hutchings, 5 Longdean Road, Hazelmere, in Surrey. So this will be her compadre, her friend, a fellow worker, somebody like that, pen pal maybe. Pen pals were a big thing in the past. Also, we have a little wax mark here which tells us it has not been opened. How sweet, how cute. Back to 51. Festival of Britain again, so the official exhibition philatelic envelope for the for you to have the first day cover. And here we've got the little stamp shop in Guildford. That's when every town had a stamp shop. Can you imagine, friends? Can you imagine, stamp fiends? Every high street would have a stamp shop where you would go in and you'd, instead of buying sweets or cigarettes, you'd buy a stamp. You'd save your pennies and you'd buy a stamp. Those days have gone. Also, there's something going on in there, as you can see, just looking through there. There is something going on in there, but I'm not going to open it because it would destroy it. Still with the Festival of Britain, we turn over, and here we've got an insert, a little letter, and hopefully it will tell us a little bit more about Andree. So this was written on the 5th of the 3rd of the 5th, 51, and it's sent from 42 Lammers Park Road in Ealing. Famous for films. Dear Andree, just a note to let you know the reason for the envelope, but I thought you might like the 2 stamps framed the first day of the festival. I'm sorry, they are only the 2.5 and the 2.5 and the 2.5 and the 4p. Right, so only 2.5 and 4p, but the financial situation is too embarrassing to me to 10 shillings and £1. So she's, she didn't want to spend £1. £1 in those days was a lot of money. I dare say you will get plenty of these, but this is just in case you don't. Cheerio for now, love, Brenda. So another female is in cahoots with the lady to provide her with the stamps that she loves and the covers that she collects, which are now in my collection. Here we've got Lincoln again, 1953. We've got Her Majesty the Queen appearing now. So time has moved on. M. Andree Apers. We look at the back. Again, it's sealed and unopened. Andree Apers, 1952. Molenstraat, Christmastide. Mistletoe and wine. Unopened. Opened, actually. And, yeah, nothing in there. We then move a little bit further to Guildford. A lovely cancel there. Again, Christmas time. Surrey. Miss A. Apers, Molenstraat, Kontich. Antwerp, Belgium. Turnover, and it's from R.A. Hutchings. Not Brenda, but somebody called R.A. Hutchings. Next, we've got her coronation of Her Majesty the Queen. So this would be a stamp that Andrea would want, a cover she would want for her collection. And actually, that ain't bad, is it? You know, she's waiting at home in Molenstraat, and this comes through, and he's so pretty happy. You've got the Queen there, you've got the stamp, you've got a pretty clear, it's pretty clear. And again, it involves the little stamp shop, 18 London Road, Guildford, issued by the authority of the British Philatelics Association, Trade Association. Okay, we are coming to some interesting stuff in a minute. Okay, Bicester, which is in Oxfordshire, 1959, to Madame Apers from Oxfordshire, Molenstraat. It's still that address. ER, so a 4.5 and a 2.5. Turnover, it's clear. Next up, we got Jubilee Jamboree, 1957, which is slightly before, isn't it? So to Mrs. Apers. So she's gone from Madame to Mrs. Or has she? Is this her mother? We're about to find out. 66 Molenstraat. So it's been sent to her mother anyway. Well, it's been sent to that address anyway. And somebody called Mrs. Apers is receiving it. And there's nothing in there. Okay, we start to understand a little bit more now. But there's some presumption also on my part. So 1968, we're fast forwarding now. At 1968, we've got an airmail stamp with foreignish language there. We've got field post. So this is a service letter to Madame Apers. So again, it's the mother. Now, is it from Andree herself? I suspect it is. Back to her mother for a mother to keep. And it's from Nicholson. Command Secretary, HQ, near Elf, Harding Barracks, BFPO 53. Keep that there to one side. To Madame again, I believe. Apers, 1968, Antwerpen. Not Antwerp, Antwerpen. So it's written by a person who understands the Flemish and the Dutch language, the Belgian language, the French and the Flemish language. And again, a nice date there. Okay. And finally, we have this again, Nicholson, CO, BFNE, BFPO 53. So you'd expect me to do a bit of research. Again, it's Antwerpen. Just note, all these are Antwerp. That one and these others are Antwerpen, and I believe those are from Andree to her mother. So these envelopes are going back to the house to join the collection. Her mother is continuing to look after that collection because Andree is now married. She's now married to somebody called Harry Nicholson. They married in Yorkshire. They subsequently moved to Oxfordshire at some point. And that's where the trail goes cold for me. I haven't gone any further than that. They did have a child born in Britain, and for some reason this whole collection has arrived somehow. But what we've got is somebody who's an avid collector who, as her life moved around, continued to add to her collection, but sending it home to her mother. So she was receiving them in her own home at number 66. Then when she left, I suspect she's been over to Britain, found friends in Britain or pen pals in Britain, and then she's come over to Britain, met somebody called Nicholson, Harry Nicholson. They've got married. He has then subsequently been posted abroad to actually the BFPO, the Harding Barracks, is in Cyprus. Near East. It's a Near East posting. I mean, I don't know what rank or whatever he would be. I haven't gone that far. I'm not sure if I would ever be able to find out. But she's married Harry, and he's been posted overseas, and she's continued to send letters. So, this could be not necessarily part of a collection, but a letter home from her mother, to her mother. And yet these are collectible in their own right, aren't they? You know, ordinary envelopes with nice Queenie stamps, you know, Machin's on them, and Field Post Office. All very nice for someone who's very, very interested in stamp collecting. And then at the back, I would suggest, this is her writing. I don't know what that means. I may have to put the AI on that and see what pops up with it. Anyway, time's moving on. I hope you've enjoyed this little journey through a heap of covers, first day covers, interesting history, time travel, keeping someone's memory alive, keeping stamps relevant in this day and age. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye for now.